Hey everybody, welcome back to Kumastar Reviews. What we're taking a look at is the TFCon Toronto 2015 exclusive from FP Core. Buy them, fpcore.com. Check the link in the description. Check them out, good site, but it's Volar. And this is the Diaclone color version. What I have on the side of them, the first release of Volar, these are both the same figure. It came with two different torsos, one red, one blue. Just want you guys to see how it looks. And while I'm at it, let's get the untransformed version of the Solaron down there. Now one thing you'll notice, outside of the color differences and stuff like that, I have the weapons stored in different places, like the swords on the back here, on the side there, guns in the front, guns in the back. Just wanted to show you some of the different storage options while you're there. So, good opportunity to knock all that out. Okay, and this one comes with the Diaclone driver rather than the Solaron that turns into the arrow here. Actually get these out of the way. And what we'll go ahead and replace them with are the exclusive versions of Columpio and Kubrar. Alright, so Columpio was the 2014 TFCon exclusive for Canada, and this is the TFCon exclusive for Chicago. So, 2 in 1 year, two 2014s. There's also another TFCon in Charlotte, South Carolina this year. So here's hoping maybe there's an exclusive of the Grimlock that's coming or something like that. That'd be really neat to see. Let me go ahead and get their Diaclone riders as well. You can see they all do share the metallic paint schemes and stuff like that, different than the retail counterparts. Another thing I wanted to show you is something else he came with here. I'm not going to apply these, but it does come with a sticker set for all three, as well as instructions on how to put them on. But there you go. I don't think stickers are necessarily a bad thing. I feel that they do accentuate and differentiate your figures, but for me they just come off used. Like, you know, when somebody puts stickers on something that it's used, you can never really display or feel if you got it secondhand like it's new or anything like that. So I don't know, I'm just really weird about that. So not for me. Somebody will review them, show them applied and stuff like that. I'm sure they look great. Getting these two out of the way, I'm not going to super go over the posability here, but one thing I do want to show, a big problem that I had with the original release was that he did not look down. Now he does have the ability to, not because it was modded by the company or changed or anything like that. Let's pop that off. I actually did this on all three of mine. This is a mod I read about on TFW. I don't remember from who. It was last year actually. But there's a thick piece of gray right here. It's actually the same thickness all the way through. You'll see I shaved it down so it does a little bit of almost like a finger style circling, and that clears you up enough space to let him look downwards. It's really nice because he does have that ab crunch and stuff like that, and that really sleek anime aesthetic. And one pose I really like putting toys in with this body style, especially if you're an anime fan and stuff like that, you'll understand, where they kind of have their legs starched back, but their stomach leaning in, almost like an S. And that ability to look down lets me do that, so really good for posing. And the leg, get him out of the way. Alright, pretty standard ball jointed neck as you just saw, swivels, ball jointed with the extra rotation for the shoulder out there. Wrist swivel, they open, the hands do, ab crunch, middle, and then one click forward, one click back. Now I still am not a fan of the ratchet and thighs, not gonna lie, especially with the fact that they're kind of weak, especially for the outward ones. I feel myself when I get them to the position I want. See, that's a single click, but it becomes pretty wide. That's not the A stance that I want. And that's where ball jointed hips just plain work better. It gives you that freedom of motion. But not the worst. Thigh swivel. Alright, for knee bend, one thing that I do, this comes out for transformation. I reverse this. Alright, so the foot's backwards. And then when you've got it backwards, you can bend that foot back. If you want to get some extra knee bend there. Cheat it a bit. Alright. And you can do it, you know, as much as you need so it doesn't look horrible. And then, of course, front of the foot works as tilt. And they are ball jointed for the ankle tilt. But since this goes in the back, it makes it kind of hard to really get that full range. It's trapped. But overall, solid, posable piece. Especially with the head mod that I showed you guys, it's a treat to photograph. Alright, take these out. Get this guy transformed. It's pretty quick. I'm not going to do it in the order of the instructions. I don't even know what the order of the instructions are. But we went over the transformation in the last one's review, so I don't feel too bad. Slide these guys up. These two pieces come down. Down. Okay. Get those into place. And now, when he's in robot mode, they do clip into place, but you rely on something else when he's in pterodactyl mode. So you take these two arms, get them so the hands are facing out like so, and then there are multiple points throughout the arm and the forearm where they clip together, and that's what holds these wings in place. Now, pretty tight ratchets, so I hold it here to reverse the rings around. Okay. More than halfway done. Take these foot parts. Bring all that forward. Bring all that forward. One, two, and I actually had the feet the right way the first time. Two, okay. Get the robot feet up. Alright, there we have it. And there you go. Well, let's take a look at the alt mode. Okay, we're taking a look at his alt mode now. Really pretty. You get to see more of that chromed out beak, the big chromed out wings right there in front, and this is the convention exclusive versions of Columpio and Cooper as well, so they really fit that chrome plating and stuff like that. They look really good together. And now that I've got more of the Diaclone riders, I appreciate them a lot more because they look cool as a group even. So we'll get these out of the way so we can take a look at his alt mode. And in their place, I'm going to put two versions of the retail release. It came with two torsos, so you could choose between either blue or red, as you see here. Make sure that one's standing right there. But you can see this one just a lot more blingy than the other two. And it also shows off the differences between them as well, like the wings, the beak. It's not just the metallic coloring, but it has two shades of blue versus one. And even though one's not metallic, the light blue in here really, really pops. So outside of that, oh, the colors down here on the legs are reversed and everything. So yeah, there's quite a bit of difference there. Get these off. And what we're going to do here, I'll knock out what I'm using. This is a Tamashii Act 5 stand. This one actually came with some Saint Seiya Dragon effects, this clip piece here. And I like it because it clips into his waist. It actually holds it pretty tight. So the only thing you really have to worry about is balancing. But there's that. Move the camera up some here. Zoom it in. I'll actually get these wings extended. And it balances pretty well. I'm just using one hand here going in from the side and actually clip that tighter. There you go. His waist is small enough to where it fits snug around. Get his tail down there. Wingspan quite huge. And just like the other versions, it does have the movable mouth there. The head's about as far back as it'll go. Take a look at it with Diaclone Rider on it. Now one thing I wish is that they either had a place for it or implemented die-cast or something like that so the feet magnetize. But as is, as long as he's laying straight down, Diaclone Rider will go on. Make it look so he's not, make it look like he's not completely leaning back there. But there you go. That's his alt mode. Final thoughts on this guy. Awesome piece, awesome repaint. If you got him at the con, awesome. If not, check out fpcore.com and get him when he goes for sale. Hopefully they have some extras and list them. But again, fpcore.com. And that's also going to be your place coming up for all your Fansproject news. They've got the whole crystals thing finally happening and whatnot. So definitely a one-stop shop for all things Fansproject related. Check them out regardless. But anyway, this is another Kuma-style review, and I'll see you guys next time. Let me know what you think. And of course, check out the Pictorial on kumastyle.com. Later.